And on top, Melbourne. What about that? The side that just dominated the 50s and 60s, back up there again with the perfect record. West Coast, Adelaide, North Melbourne, and Carlton, Collingwood, Fitzroy and Richmond make up the 8. Let's make a final 20. We'll all get in there. Out there, disappointing crowd of 47,000.
Well, the standard of the game, I thought Rex early was a bit untidy. There's quite a few skill errors, which was, I think, due mainly to the pressure Melbourne applied to Collingwood. But Melbourne also had about 50 more possessions throughout the course of the game, which has been their style in the last couple of years, and they do use the ball very well. Perhaps you could suggest that when you overuse the ball and a few of your players drop out of form, then you do give the ball back. However, their form across each line is just very consistent, and midfield, again, they were quite dominant. Half forward of Collingwood is a real worry. They don't have someone there who can stand up and take a grab, take the pressure off Rocker, and Rocker was goalless, went into the ruck in the second half to try and give them some spark. But again, the crucial area of the game where it's won or lost through the centre and rebound off half-back, Collingwood just struggled. Mark Fraser playing screen there was well held by Matthew Phoebe, and Darren Cowell did a very good job on Paul Williams, who really only got into the game in the last quarter. Craig Kelly on screen went off on and off the bench for most of the day. And whilst Monkhorst probably won the taps, they were ineffectual, and I think Jim Stynes' work around the ground again just typified his efforts of normal, particularly in the last quarter, and he was needed. Dyson, a player who's come in, he's a very good kick at the football, and when you get the ball and kick like a David Hart from the Eagles, kick it 40, 50 metres out of defence into attack, it's just very, very critical. And I think Melbourne are to be applauded. I think Garry, Lyon and Barmy perhaps indicated after the game they thought they were lucky to steal it. I thought they were the best side on the day and should have won the game.
The gap between the free kicks, I don't believe that football supporters have the right to say it's got to be 30 all. I say if the free kicks are there, well, and to me, Melbourne made the play and deserved them.
Rex, in days gone by, there was 70 free kicks paid in a game. I mean, there were lots of free kicks paid. Now, OK, you let the game flow, don't hold it up. But if there's a free kick to be given, you've got to pay it. I mean, that's what they're there for. Pushes in the back, nudges, all that stuff. If the free kick's there, you must pay.
But the call has gone out that we're getting too ticky touchwood, but it's a bit like speed cameras. If it's there, how can you argue with it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's there, you've got to pay it.
Have you ever seen a game where it can really be that lopsided? I mean, these decisions that are given where they're tiggy touchwood, there's a lot of them, and if they all seem to go to one team, wouldn't you think that was unfair?
No, not really. If the team is playing with confidence and puts their body in and goes first for the ball, the man going for the ball must at all times...
in a game that's only decided by 5 points, the team that lost it or had the less free kicks...
Oh, I don't know.
But the flip side of that, Robbo, is logically, if a side's 20 goals in front of the scoreboard, there can also be a disparity in the free kicks given, and perhaps... I mean, you see it at half-time where there's a difference. And there must be some sort of collusion because at the end of the day, there's always...
There was only 5 points in it. Let's pick up this brown biz. Only 5 points in it. I thought the scoreboard flattered Collingwood. I thought they came home with a wet sail. But this is the one everyone's talking about. There you are, and that is the photo finish. And I tell you what, the rabbit might have run, but the first greyhound with the nose past has got the decision.
And let's not forget too that the umpire makes the decision in his mind when he's heard the siren. He then takes another 4 or 5 seconds to blow the whistle, put his arms up, which is what a lot of people took as the time as when the ball was kicked. So, I mean, they've got to realise it's the decision in the umpire.
The rules of the game, KB, is when he hears the siren. That's what umpire Coates did. And full marks to the youngster. He's only a young kid. He's following his old man's footsteps. And good luck to him because he certainly had those things that hang. But didn't he? He really had a lot of them to sort of make that decision.
Well, I think that we should give him full marks because we often criticise the umpires not being forceful enough or not making the right decision. But yesterday, in probably the biggest game of the round, he's made a fantastic decision, which has been just a split second, and he's got it right.
Kevin, we're arguing about that the umpires are wrong giving...
Challenge Bank Award.
Thanks, Rex. Well, I gave 3 to Todd Viney. I thought his game, one of those players who gets a lot of the ball and sometimes isn't noticed, but I thought his work was just outstanding. Jimmy Stynes, just again, his work ethic, but also that when he gets the ball, it actually gets some result from it. And Stephen Phoebe just continues on in great form and again was a very good player yesterday.